someone's coming. Help me! Please! Someone help me!
What's with the freakout? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the act. Sorry, I thought you were regular citizens.
It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned.
I agree. Although, it's been a while since I dealt with something this big. Oh, it's gonna be pretty exhausting.
Don't worry. I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble.
Haha! Just what I wanted to hear!
So, these two know the other's identity then?
Monsters started surging in from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expected those monsters to have become this advanced.
The power of evolution cannot be underestimated. Especially considering the fact that Durin absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Durin's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get close to people. I eliminated 2 who attempted to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes. The monsters slowly digested their victims. Sometimes, they even left behind body parts to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second, some teeth and bone.
The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest.
Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the putrefaction of the bodies. After we defeated the doppelganger Whopperflower on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? I'm glad. Then you remember what I told you about Subject 2? In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Whopperflower into Subject 3. Yes, that would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So, you see, at one point, there was something hidden in that hole you found. But Durin is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up Subject 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creation along with his knowledge and way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who venture into Dragonspine for too long are also bound to fall under Durin's influence. But those effects don't show themselves right away, and the extent to which a person has been affected is hard to perceive.
You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange? Those are the same people who just tried to break into the Knights of Favonia's headquarters. Durin's power remained dormant within them until, finally, it surged to the surface and seized control.
That was also our goal. If we could force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power, all those under its influence would become violent. And, thus, we would know who was affected.
Wait, so what do we do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just lazed around after promising to help.
We will use the power of Animo to restrain them for now. That should give the Knights the chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. All right. That's the long and short of the situation. It's time to activate that thing, right?
Yes. So, if there are little secrets other people shouldn't know, my identity, for example, keep it to yourself, okay? All right, this should do it.
currents? Paimon's never seen this many!
There should now be currents across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. All units, what's your status?
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we will succeed in defending our city.
Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice? Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Oh, you know, just a wandering bard calling for help. Thank goodness the Traveler, Paimon, and Albedo found me. Got me out of a tough spot.
Ah, right. Now that you're okay, we should check on the status of the other areas.
Thanks, friend. May the Animo Archon protect you. I've got things covered here.
I don't like being in the middle like this. Especially on a bridge. Oh, look who it is.
Get back!
Phew. That was a close one. I suppose thanks are in order, Master Diluc. I appreciate the help.
No need. I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in my way.
Oh? Well, let me get out of your hair then. I suppose we could work together, but you would just melt my ice anyway.
Suit yourself.
All right, tell me. When did you notice something was off?
The first trial.
Ah, because of the fake Hertha?
No. Because of you.
Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough?
No. You weren't nervous enough.
Tell me then, Master Diluc. When do you think I actually get nervous?
I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters, incoming.
On second thought, best not to think about it.
Verdict
This moment will be frozen, won't it?
burn! Time for retribution!
They're over there! Diluc, Kaya!
If you had time to make it out here, I'm guessing the other areas are secure.
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maintaining control over the main road means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
All under control. Don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have this area covered.
I think you mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you.
We don't have to bring that up.
Well, Keep up the good work. We'll go check on the status of the other locations.
Good luck.
Oh, and I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side by the end.
Believe me, he's had his suspicions since the first trial.
I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Thank you for trusting me, and for choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kaya, good work, as always.
Of course. Stay safe.
Let the show begin. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. All right. You should be on the mend.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
You're not rushing back out to the front line, are you? You're still injured.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand.
As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others here who need to get back to the front lines, so I'll escort you all myself.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just doing my job. I'll leave the cathedral to you then, Barbara.
You can count on me. I don't really know how all of this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a really long time. So I think everything will be all right. No, it has to be.
Oh, did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara?
No, not at all. Did you need something?
I just wanted to tell you that, over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt. Attacks and fighting. So, I need you to take care of yourself.
Huh? Oh, how do you know?
Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonspine, and he's our authority on that region, so we should take him at his word.
Oh, Dragonspine, huh? So, the city is going to be in danger.
Yes, but the Knights of Favonius will do whatever we can to protect the people.
But then, who will protect you?
Don't worry. I'll look out for myself, I promise.
Please let them be okay out there. Sister Barbara, could you lend me a hand? Of course! Coming!
They're here! Prepare for battle!
On guard, everyone! Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock!
Looks like we've got 25 hilly churls, 2 blazing axe Mida churls, and a bunch of different slimes.
Prepare elemental countermeasures!
Roger that.
Let it rain.
Let's keep going, team. Engaging. Now's our chance.
All units are now in position.
Hertha! Oh, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's quite a scary thought.
I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you're none the wiser.
Don't worry. Once this is over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again.
Albedo! Are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried.
Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was in complete shock.
So, you didn't know, Amber? Then it seems Eula did an excellent job at keeping the situation under wraps. And no need to worry, you two. I'm no worse for wear.
That sounds like you, all right. She's like an impenetrable wall, that one. You're not getting a secret out of her.
Yeah, for sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
It was Kaya's suggestion. He said the plan would work best with someone well-known and reputable, without being too high-profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization, so she came up with the idea that she would disappear.
Ah, so that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during a mission. Of course, it didn't take long for that to get resolved.
No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news came from Kaya and Hertha's direct subordinates, which was important, because we needed it to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks, and couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear on the Knight's patrol route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
Yes. And our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Hertha's body in order to protect the imposter's identity, which is a more advanced way of thinking than Subject 2. So we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Hertha that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself she had enough to strike.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Don't worry. Barbados has already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be at the right moment, or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about Dragonspine and the monsters in disguise. And if my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due. It was well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed. And I have you to thank for that, Traveler. You probably don't know it, but you've been a part of the plan since the beginning. And for that, you have my sincere apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. This might not sound intuitive, but I did it to make the plan even stronger. From the beginning, I knew I had to leave the letters in my office for a fair and independent reader to discover. Someone willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew you would return for Windbloom. I knew you would agree to attend the trial. And I knew your sense of responsibility and justice as an honorary knight would compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Hertha, Subject 2, has met you on Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. The perfect time for us to strike.
Albedo's right. You were part of our plan from the start. I hope you don't take offense at our decision to keep that from you. And please, don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt. Enough people were involved in the plan as it was. We had no other choice. The Honorary Knight and Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. We will never forget that.
Aw, that means a lot.
It is us who should be thanking you, Honorary Knight.
Wait, was that you just now? Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
I step outside the courtroom and this is the first thing I see? I'm not sure how much more I can take. I'm not brave enough.
Huh. I think you should give yourself more credit. You were brave enough to sit through the trial despite the nature of the allegations. That takes strength.
Deacon Dahlia?
Apologies. Rosaria asked me to come. With Albedo running around protecting the city, she was worried you might be alone. At a time like this, 2 is much better than 1. So let me help.
Oh, thank you. I didn't think Miss Rosaria even remembered me.
Of course she does. She spent all that time monitoring Albedo. It's only natural that she remembers his most dedicated student.
Oh, yeah. So, after all this, I doubt Mr. Albedo's identity will be a secret, huh? Not to the higher-ups, at least.
As far as I know, he shared that information with close members of his order long before these events.
Huh?
Perhaps I spoke too soon. You do scare easily.
Oh, sorry. I guess I didn't expect Mr. Albedo to just reveal it like that.
I'm sure he felt the time was right. Besides, you know the truth. I know the truth. It doesn't change anything, right?
When Mr. Albedo told me in the library a few days ago, I was pretty shocked. But more than that, I was amazed.
Not afraid?
No, not afraid. I trust in knowledge and science. And I trust in Mr. Albedo as a person. Huh. I just noticed, Deacon. There aren't any wind currents around us.
We lucked out on that front. Otherwise, that conversation would have been for the whole city to hear.
Oh? That's how it works? That could have been so embarrassing.
Jeez, your voice scared me just now.